Hi everyone. In this video we are going to discuss about concept of network security group, which is known as Nsg. Network security group is a common topic in AG 104, AG 303, AG 500 and AG 700 certification. If you want to go through the complete course, you can purchase these courses from my website, that is techlearning.spy.com. All the information is given in the description. If you want to check out the course content, just click on course and click on preview. So left hand side, you can see all of the course contents. Other than individual courses, course packages are also available where you can find out the decent discount on these courses. Let's get back to our topic.
Nsg stand for Network Security Group. So before getting into this, first of all, we need to understand what is Nsg and how exactly it works. Then later we will see the configuration part. So Nsg, as I said, Nsg stand for Network Security Group. And the simple definition of Nsg is Network Security Group is set of your inbound security role and the set of outbound security role. Now, what is the meaning of this inbound security role and the outbound security roles? So basically, what is the meaning of this overall definition, what I told you? So let's understand it from with the help of diagram. Suppose this is your network inside the Azure, and the network name is VNet, VNet 1, and this is the range of IP address what you have taken for this network. Inside this network, you have taken a subnet. The subnet range is 10.0.1.0/24. Inside the subnet, let's say I have two virtual machines. This is my VM1 and this is my VM2. This is my laptop here, correct? And in between we have the internet. Okay, so what happens now? Now I'm talking about your Nsg network security group. So before that, we need to understand the direction of your traffic. So if any traffic move toward your network, Azure infrastructure, okay, Azure is like your point of center here. So any traffic which is moving in this direction, we will call it as a inbound traffic. Okay, and the traffic which is moving from here to in this direction, let's say this is the direction of your traffic. This type of traffic will be known as outbound traffic. The direction is in outbound direction. Correct? Now, we do not want to allow that everything from my laptop side or from external world should get inside. And the same way, the traffic which is going out from here to here should also be controlled, right? So in that case, this traffic filtering comes into the picture. So we put a security rule so that we can control what kind of traffic is allowed to go as inbound and what kind of traffic is allowed to go as outbound. Suppose this is inbound traffic and you want to control this inbound traffic. So what you have to do, you have to create some security rules, and those rules will be known as inbound security rule here. Similarly, when you want to control your outbound traffic, you have to create some security rules here as well. And those security rules will be known as your outbound security rule. Okay. Now, when I'm talking about NSG, initially I gave you the definition and I said NSG is a set of inbound security rule and the set of outbound security rule. So collectively, this is known as NSG here, Network Security Group. Correct? So now, this is one part. Just keep this thing in your mind. Now, what I'm going to do, first I'm going to set up this environment here. Okay. And when I'm creating this virtual machine, what I will do, I will not enable any port. Let's do it, then you will have a better understanding. So go ahead here and create a network first. Central US, give the IP address. This is 10.0.0.0/16. Subnet, let's say I'm saying subnet 1, and this is the range of IP address 1.0/24. So review and create. So I'm trying to replicate the same diagram, VNet 1. Inside that VNet 1, I have created my subnet 1 also. Now I'm going to create two virtual machine. But while creating these two virtual machine today, we will do some step differently. So create it. Okay, so this network is done. Now come back to your virtual machine. Create one virtual machine. Name is VM1. Region is Central US. Image I have taken 2016. And user ID is Sanjay KA. Okay, so this is your inbound port rule. We generally used to click on this option. So actually, these were the default settings. So we always used to allow this RDP 3389 port because we wanted to take a RDP session after virtual machine creation. Right now, what I will do, I will select it as a none. I do not want to open any of the port here. Even if you go to your networking part, in networking, I have placed this virtual machine in VNet 1, subnet 1, and you can see an option there, NIC network security group, and I'm selecting it as a none. Right now, I'm not doing anything. Okay. So after doing all this setting, just click on review and create this one. So what will happen now because I have blocked every port on this virtual machine. So what will happen? In this case, this is totally closed virtual machine now, VM1. If I like to connect to this virtual machine via the public IP address, I cannot do it. Okay, totally blocked. Same thing I will do in case of my VM2 as well. Go ahead and create this one. The source group is my RG, virtual machine name is VM2, region Central US, operating system 16, configuration is 8 GB RAM. Okay. On this virtual machine, I will select this as none. So none of the port is allowed. And if you go to networking, in networking, it is in VNet 1, subnet 1, and NIC, network security group is also set to none here. Okay, then go ahead and create these virtual machine. Okay. So in second virtual machine also, we have done the same thing. This is also totally blocked. None of the port is open on your public IP address. So you cannot connect this virtual machine, right? Because RDP is blocked here in both of the virtual machine. Now what I will do, I will create this Nsg, and in this Nsg, I am going to create one rule. And the rule will say that allow 3389. Inside this, I am going to set it up. Fine. And after setting up this rule, I will attach this Nsg to my subnet here. So Nsg can be attached at two level. The first level is your subnet and second is your virtual machine level. Right now we are just focusing on subnet. So what will happen now? Let's understand. When you attach this Nsg with your subnet 1, in this case, VM1 and VM2 both are part of the subnet 1. So whatever rules we have created inside our Nsg, The same rules are also going to be inherited on my VM1 and the VM2. So what is the rule I have created here? It says allow 3389. So same thing will happen here as well. So on VM1 also it will be set as allow 3389. On VM2 also it will be set as allow 3389. Why? Because they both are part of the same subnet. On subnet, we have attached a NSG where I have allowed this allow 3389. Correct? So let me see if my virtual machines are ready. So one virtual machine is done. So meanwhile, what we can do, let's replicate this diagram. I'm going to create one NSG, and the name of this NSG I'm going to set as Nsg hyphen subnet. You can give any name to any NSG. So let's say this is my naming convention, Nsg hyphen subnet I have taken here. So how to deploy a NSG now? Come to your portal and type for network security group. Click on create network security group. It is asking about the resource group and also asking about the name. So name is Nsg hyphen subnet because I'm creating it to attach to the subnet here. So this is done. Click on review and create. Okay. So Nsg has been created. Go to resource. Fine. So this is my Nsg. Nsg hyphen subnet network security group. Fine. So if you come here inside the setting, there are inbound security rules. And by default, you can see that three rules are already created. And if you try to delete these rules, so this option is grayed out. You cannot delete these rules. As well as if you go to your outbound security rules, there also you can see three outbound security rules are created. And if you try to delete them, you will not be able to do that. Okay. So what is the meaning of these rules? We will understand one by one. Okay. But before that, what I want to do, I want to create this rule here, allow 3389. Okay. So how to do that? Come to the inbound security rule. Why I'm creating it inside the inbound security rule? Because this is my laptop. From my laptop, when I want to take the remote session, so what will be the direction of your traffic? From here, it will go in this direction and connect to my VM1. So the traffic is like the inbound traffic. So that is the reason I'm creating this rule in this option, inbound security rule. Okay. So now click on add. It is asking about what is your source. On this source, what is connected here? Do you want to allow everyone? Do you want to allow any particular IP address of the laptop? So that you can set it from here. So you can see wide range has been given here. So based on your requirement, you can set it. Right now, just say any. You want to allow anybody who like to connect here. Port, whatever port they are, because whenever any session initiated, there will be a source port also attached with that session, right? So that source port will be different for client to client. So that is the reason I'm saying whatever port means select all port. Star means all the ports. All source, all ports are allowed. So destination also I'm going to select as any, and the port number I'm mentioning as 3389. Okay. Protocol is any, the action is allowed. Priority I have set as 200. As of now, ignore this priority. We will discuss it separately. Okay. So priority I have mentioned like this, and name I have given allow 3389. So click on OK. Click on add now. Okay, so I have created this rule, and you can see it is reflecting here. The port which is allowed by me is 3389. Any source or any destination, if it is trying to go via this port number 3389, should be allowed. Okay, so this part is done here. This energy has been created. Now I want to attach this energy with my subnet one here. So how to attach? For the attachment, you can come and click on subnet here, and then you click on associate. From here, you select your network. Let's say VNet1 is my network, and then you select your subnet. So I want to attach it on subnet 1 and click on OK. This has been attached to my subnet also. So what will happen in this case? Because VM1 and VM2 is part of the subnet 1. So this rule also should be inherited on VM1 and VM2. So how to verify that? To verify it, go to your virtual machine in, let's say, VM1, go into networking. Inside networking, you can see that the network security group Nsg Hyphen Subnet is attached to subnet 1, and my VM1, which is having the interface, network interface is VM1888, is attached to the subnet 1, and subnet 1 is the part of VNet 1. So that is the reason you can see that same rule is also showing here. The port 3389 action is allowed. Similarly, if you go to the VM2 as well, inside the networking, you will see network security group Nsg Hyphen Subnet attached to subnet 1. And your VM2 is all connected to subnet 1 here. So that is the reason the rule is reflecting here as well. 3389 action is allowed. So what will happen because of this? Because of this VM1 and VM2, the port 3389 is allowed, so I can take the connection. So when I initiate a connection from my laptop, so what will happen in this case? First of all, it will go, because there is a NSG in between. So it will get inside to the NSG in the inbound security rule, because it is trying to go inside. In inbound security rule, it will check whether I'm allowed or not. So there is one rule created which says that if any session comes from any source via any port, okay, and trying to go anywhere in this direction, but going through the port number 3389 should be allowed. Correct? So it should be allowed then, and then finally it will go to connect to your VM1 or VM2, wherever you want to connect it. Let's say I'm trying to connect on VM1. So connection is allowed through my energy and it will connect here. If you say deny, it will be deny here. It will not get inside. Fine. So let's do it one by one. So right now this is allowed. So what will happen? I should be able to take the remote session of my virtual machine. So let's verify. So according to the logic, I should be able to take the RDP of my virtual machine. So let's see that it happens or not. Okay, so it is asking me for the username and password. Because the connection is happening, then only it is asking me for the username and password. Otherwise, it might have thrown an error message that connection cannot be done. Okay, so if username and password is appearing, it means connection is happening. Same thing if you go and try with virtual machine 2 and say connect. So here also it is asking me about the username and the password. Clear? So the connection is working and this logic is also working here. Right? Let's focus on a different part. So as I told you initially that NSG can be attached at two level. One is your subnet level, or also if you want to attach a NSG at virtual machine level, that also you can do. So we all know that on virtual machine, we have a card that is known as NIC, network interface card. This is NIC for my VM2. Okay, in physical machine where you connect your LAN cable, so that is your NIC card, network interface card. So what we can do here, let me create a separate NSG now. Suppose I'm creating one more NSG, and the name of this NSG is Nsg Hyphen Nic. Fine, and this NSG I'm going to attach with my virtual machine NIC here. Okay, let's say the connection is done here. Fine. And inside this NSG, I'm going to define a role which says deny 3389. Now you can see that there are two set of Nsg is going to be applied on my VM1. One set of Nsg rules are coming from Nsg hyphen subnet, and second set of rules are coming from Nsg hyphen Nic. Okay, one rule say allow 3389 and other rule say deny 3389. So which rule is going to be implemented now? Okay, so generally what happens, the rule which whenever this conflict kind of situation appears, the rule which is attached at the nic level always going to win. Okay, so this deny 3389 is part of nsg hyphen nic which is attached to the nic of vm1. So this is going to win. It means if it is winning, I'm not be able to take the remote session of this vm1 via the port number 3389. Correct? So let's do it. Let's create this nsg hyphen nsg first. So to do that, come on your portal and go to network security group. Click on add resource group myrg. Name is nsg hyphen nic and review and create this. Okay, so this is created now. So what I'm going to do first, I will create this rule deny 3389. So that also has to be created inside inbound security rule. Click on add. So source any, port any, destination any, and the port number is 3389 and action has been set as deny. Priority I am taking 200 only, and name I have mentioned at deny 3389 here, and then click on add. So deny rule has been set 3389 deny. So now what I want to do, I want to attach this nsg hyphen nic to my VM1 NIC. Okay, so how to do this attachment? So to do this attachment, you come to your nsg hyphen nic, and here you have option called network interface. So click on it and then you click on associate. So these are the network interface of your virtual machines. So let's do one thing. Let's duplicate this tab, and I'm trying to apply it on my virtual machine 1. So go to your virtual machine 1, go to networking, then you can see network interface is mentioned here, and that is VM 1888. Okay, so this is the NIC of your VM1. So if you come here, you can see that VM 1888. So it is a NIC of your VM1, and on VM1 only I want to attach it. So the connection is happening. Okay, so you can see that VM 1888 is an IC of VM1, and these are the public and private IP address attached to this NIC. Fine. So my connection has been done now. So this is done. So according to the logic, what I explained you that whenever this conflict happen, so in that conflict, the local NSG always win, which is attached at the NIC level. So it means I should not be able to take the remote session of my VM1. But before that, let's go to your virtual machine and see that these energy rules are reflecting there. If you go to the networking, now you can see two set of energy has been applied. One is energy hyphen subnet that is applied at subnet 1, and the energy hyphen nic which is applied on your VM1 nic. Okay, and on this rule the conflict is happening. So port number 3389, one says allow and other says deny. So generally what happened, the consolidated impact of rule actually applied to the VM1. Okay, whenever any conflict happen, in that case only the rule what I'm explaining that local will win. So that comes into the picture. So right. So according to this, I should not be able to take the VM1 RDP session. So go ahead and click and take the RDP here. Okay, so it says that it cannot connect, but on the same time if you try to connect to your VM2, so what will happen? So the connection will happen in case of VM2 because on VM2 we haven't attached anything except this Nsg hyphen subnet where the rule is saying that allow 3389. So if you try to connect VM2 in this case, VM2 should connect. Okay, so you can see that I'm able to connect to my VM2. Fine. So this is one thing. Uh, let's say that in this same Nsg hyphen Nic, you set a rule where you say allow 3389. So in the same Nsg now, this is your local Nsg. One rule say allow 3389 and other rule say deny 3389. So who is going to take impact now? In this case, priority comes into the picture. So whoever is having less priority always going to win. In case of deny, we had set priority as 200. Okay, suppose with this rule, I set this priority as 199. So this priority or this rule is going to win. Okay, lesser the priority, more the impact. If you want to understand this rule, the student who is coming first in the class always has more importance the person or student who is coming second, third, or fourth. Okay, so lesser the priority, more the importance you will have. So same thing, let's create and verify. If I go to my Nsg, so network security group, go to Nsg hyphen Nic, go to inbound security rule. So currently with deny, we have set 200. Click add and port number 3389 and you want to allow this action, but the priority you are going to set as 199. And here let's give allow 3389. So click on add. Okay, so two rules. One is denying the connection on port number 3389. It has priority 200. Other rule is allowing the connection on 3389. Priority has 199. So this is going to win. So it means I should be able to take remote session of my VM1 because this Nsg hyphen Nic is attached to my virtual machine 1 only. So come on VM1 and click on connect once again. RDP. Okay, so now you can see that you are able to establish the connection. So let's log in here.